All right, we are doing interviews for the end of round one with the cast of The Mole season one, and right now we have Jessica. Great to have you playing, Jessica. Good to see you.
Thanks,
Uh,
Bill.
my first question will be, why did you choose to play the mole?
Um, Glutton for punishment, Phil. I've played a few of your games and I've always enjoyed myself. I tend to play them too hard, I think, and maybe take them too seriously. Um, but always have a good time and always enjoy the strategic social element of it. Yeah, never have a bad time playing your games, so was excited to try something different with this format.
Wonderful. Well, how are you feeling at the end of round one, pretty much?
This is a very different game than other ones in the sense that I find there's less of a social gameplay element. It really feels, unless I'm missing something. So I think I've only seen like the true season one of The Mole from like the 90s or early 2000s. And I think that's the only season I've seen. So I might be missing something, but this feels like much more of an individual game than the Survivor or the Traders or the Big Brothers, where there's that element of having to build alliances and that social sort of gameplay element. Whereas I'm failing to see how that's beneficial in this game. So, um, I haven't really talked to a lot of people, and I don't know if that will bite me in the butt as the gameplay continues. But right now I haven't seen any advantage to talking with people because if I am catching on to things um and feel like somebody is the mole, why would I want to share that with other people? Like, I want to do the best at the quiz so I can be around longer than others. So I don't see as an like there's no real advantage to information sharing at this point, but we'll see how the gameplay continues, and I'm interested to see what the first quiz is like. Maybe that'll give me more information as to how things are structured and played out. So, yeah, right now I've been pretty relaxed and haven't playing this as an individual game and haven't really tried to build relationships or alliances with other contestants yet. So,
Okay. Um, well, what has been your favorite moment of round one? It can be on the Zoom, it could be in chats, it could be whatever, whatever you're feeling. What was your favorite moment so far?
oh. Um, maybe like selfish answer here, but I was proud of myself for figuring out that piggy bank game. I wish I had caught it before Heather sort of answered, and I wish Braden had actually followed along to, or Brandon, sorry, had sort of followed along to what I was saying. But yeah, that was good. Also really enjoyed the kind of kerfuffle that came out of the last competition we had with the Anthony and Ryan sort of stuff. That was fun to see, and just like as a um decade-long fan of your games, Phils, and seeing how you like structure all the games, it was fun to see how that one was like structured very much in a way to create confusion and to finger point and all that jazz. So like that.
Well, what has been your most challenging moment so far?
Um, I'm finding I found night one a bit challenging with the like social conversation stuff. Like it was hard to connect with people. And I like a few people I've played with games, but some of the new folks it was hard to sort of connect with them, and I kind of walked away from that night going like, wait, do I even need to build relationships with these people or not? Like, and I haven't yet. And again, not sure if this will bite me in the butt if I make it further in the game or not. But yeah, I'm finding the um social stuff a little bit more challenging this time around.
Okay. Well, if you could, please name the three players that are currently most on your radar as potential players that could be the mole and why.
It's round one, week one. There's like nothing to go off of. At least as far as I can tell. Like I think any of the things that have come up, like for instance, Brandon in the piggy bank challenge of him not listening, well, not, I shouldn't say not listening, not sort of understanding what I was saying and kind of going for a negative number versus a positive one. Like that's something I could have easily thrown out there to throw him under the bus, but I was like, that doesn't seem like a good enough reason. Um, but to say that, um, my top three picks are Heather. I think um not it's kind of just a gut feeling at this point, and she's one of two or three people that I've noticed has not taken any notes whatsoever. Like she just appears to kind of be doing her own thing, and I don't know if she's just taking a relaxed attitude toward the game, but she doesn't seem like she's trying to figure things out. And the little bit of Facebook conversation I've had with her, she seemed really not really concerned, but posed a concern about the advantage that Ryan had and like wanted to suss that out. And I was like, I'm not too worried about that because it sounds like something that would be beneficial to the players and not maybe the mole. So doesn't really bother me. Um, and the only other thing not directly related to Heather is the message from the mole that got posted in our Facebook chat via you. Seemed like a pretty direct copy and paste from the mole. And honestly, that's been kind of a guiding post for me to try to figure out whose writing style that is. So I've kind of gone through people's Facebook posts and tried to see like, oh, who would, like I noticed their first sentence was all caps and they use, one exclamation point versus two. So just using that to try to figure out, oh, whose writing style would that be? And still sort of tracks for Heather from what I can tell. The other person would be Tiffany for similar reasons that I think Heather. Just that she seems quieter. I don't know if she's really taking notes. That's kind of my only reason. And, and my wild card, although I started off answering this question saying, I don't think it's Brandon. He's kind of my wild card at this point, where I think I don't really know him. So I don't really know I have nothing to base it off of. Um, I think he's kind of my wild card pick at this point.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll stop recording there.